Alright then guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, please do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe and leave your comments in the section below. So 2024 has been a great year for boxing. We've seen some incredible fights, and in this video I'm going to tell you my top 5 fights of 2024. Get in the comment section, let me know what you think, and also let me know your top 5 fights as well. Number 5 on my list is Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall. Now this fight is my number 5 because of the first fight. The first fight was some of the worst decision I have seen in boxing in a long time. Like, the fight was competitive, but Josh Taylor did not win that fight. Like, nobody in the public, like literally nobody believed Josh Taylor winning that fight. And for the judges to give Josh Taylor that fight was a disgrace, right? And so the second fight had to happen because the first fight sort of sent the British public in a frenzy, literally. And second fight happened and Jack Catterall had his revenge. I think Jack Catterall is Josh Taylor's boogeyman. I think even if they fought 10 times, Josh Taylor might win 2 and Jack Catterall will win 8. I think he's got his number, and I think it was really good for Jack to know that it was not a fluke. And although he did not win the world titles on that night that he was basically robbed, he got his revenge some way. I mean, it cannot make up for what he lost in the previous fight, but getting the win again showed that, you know, it was not a fluke and he's just got Josh's number. So it was a really good fight. I think I really enjoyed that fight, and I think, you know, the best man won on the night, so that was really good to see. Number 4 on my list is Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Now, this is number 4 because of the jeopardy in that fight, and also the fact that both fighters knew each other in the amateurs. They fought each other, they won against each other, they lost against each other, and you know, they're now in the pros, they have massive following, and it was a massive fight, right? And we wanted to see it because Ryan Garcia, incredibly talented with a lethal left hook. Devin Haney, very good boxer, very, you know, fundamentally very solid, very sound, and he can outbox you at any time. So that was a really intriguing fight. Of course, we knew what happened. Devin Haney just couldn't get away from that left hook, which was his downfall, basically. If he could defend that left hook, he could have done a lot better in the fight. You know, by saying that, you know, there was some, you know, dubious sort of things happening around that fight in Ryan Garcia taking, you know, drugs. So the fight has been, you know, made a no contest, I believe. However, it is on my top list because it was an incredible fight. You know, it lived up to the expectation. There was knockdowns, there was stoppage. You know, both Ryan Garcia's people and Devin Haney people were going at it, you know, behind the scenes. So it was a really good fight, and it definitely makes my top 5 list. Number 3 on the list is Beterbiev versus Bivol. Now, Beterbiev versus Bivol was a fight for the hardcore boxing fans, and we really wanted to see it. If it wasn't for the Saudi investment, I don't think we would have seen Beterbiev versus Bivol, because, you know, apart from the hardcore boxing fans, like, there's not a lot of clamor, there's not a lot of, you know, excitement about that fight. But we wanted to see it because it's an undisputed fight in a 4 belt era, and we needed to see that fight. I think it was a really good fight. I think, you know, it definitely made up to the expectation that we expected in that fight. You know, I sort of saw the fight going the way it went, because always when there's a puncher versus boxer, the boxer, I believe, always wins, or in most of the time wins. And in this case, I think Bivol won that fight. It was a close fight, it was a competitive fight, but Bivol, with his skills and is able to control range, go in and out, use the ring better. I think he nullified, Beterbiev, and I think he won that fight fair and square. Look, we've got, the second rematch coming on in 2025, but I think it was a very good fight to see, and it definitely won for the hardcore boxing fans, and it made my top three. So definitely a very good fight in 2024. And then my second fight is Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois. Now, I predicted this fight to Anthony Joshua. I thought Joshua was going to knock Dubois out. I thought Joshua was coming from a very good winning streak. Very good. Ngannou is not a boxer. He's a novice, really. Wallin is a boxer, but he's not on Anthony Joshua's level. He's just a few levels below. So I'm guessing that was not, those two fights were not the right fights to judge Anthony Joshua on, in terms of whether he's turned the corner. His training situation with Ben Davison, is it good? Is it not good? So it's really good to sort of see how he would fare with Daniel Dubois, who was coming, from some really good wins to some really good fighters in the division. But I picked Joshua to win that fight by knockout, and to my surprise, Daniel Dubois then went on to demolish Anthony Joshua in that first round. That incredible right hand to the chin, Joshua moving back with his chin basically in the air, and Dubois just cracks that, and it was incredible. Like, a lot of people were shocked, literally. Casual fans, people at work was asking me what happened to Anthony Joshua, why did he get beaten so bad? It was incredible. So that fight was one of my favorite fights of 2024, because although I picked Joshua to win, I was shocked of what Dubois did. And of course, it was a crowning moment for Dubois, because he goes on to become world champion, and he gets to relive his dreams. So that was a really, really good fight. And then number one, my top fight of 2024 was Tyson Fury versus Usyk 1. This fight is my favorite fight of the year because of what it meant for boxing. When the heavyweight division is thriving, boxing as a whole is thriving. The heavyweight division is the blue ribbon division. We know that. Having an undisputed for over, 20-something years. The last undisputed was Lennox Lewis, which was in the 2000s. Being able to see an undisputed, which I didn't think we would see because of boxing politics, and, the belts being 4, means it's even harder to bring all of them together. I think, it was a really good fight to witness, to watch. But it also, one thing that this fight actually taught us is that we thought the heavyweight was a 3-headed sort of monster division. But actually, Usyk throws a spanner in the works, because we thought it was Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury. Not knowing that Usyk is the guy to become the best of this generation. So this fight between Tyson and Usyk was my number one because of what it meant for boxing and how it opened up the division for someone like Usyk to cement himself, but also to show that, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and Deontay Wilder were not at the level that we thought they were as compared to Usyk. So look, it's been an incredible year so far. I've enjoyed the boxing. I'm sure you guys have enjoyed it as well. Get in the comment section. Let me know what your top 5 fights of 2024 are. As we head into 2025, there's loads of fights to talk about and loads of content to make about that as well. So look, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.